Basketball fans, what is up? And welcome to another episode of the All Basketball Podcast, where debates often take place. And once again, I'm your host, Maurice Dixon, and we're here tonight, the day before the evening before the Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the Eagles to talk about the 2025 NBA trade deadline. A lot of stuff going on. Big shocker, obviously. Almost a week ago, right around this time last week, specifically, my experience was I wasn't even looking on any social media, and I saw Mike hit us up in the group text saying Luka got traded for AD. Then I saw it on the Bleacher Report app, and I'm like, is that real? And then once Mike said it, I looked a little bit, I was like, oh, this is real. Like, where did this come from? And it was, as you probably heard, a lot of things. It was about his conditioning, maybe him having issues with his weight or commitment to definitely playing defense. And Nico Harrison decided to approach just maybe one other person, just Rob Pelinka, a former friend, associate. They got linked. They got connection through Kobe, and you get to swap Anthony Davis to the Mavericks for Luka Doncic going to the Lakers. The Lakers get another superstar, right on par with the history of making big trades when it comes down to traded for Wilt, traded for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, draft day trade for Kobe, traded for Gasol, and I don't think I'm missing anybody else, but Shaq signed in free agency. LeBron signed in free agency. I think Dwight Howard did too, but they didn't win anything. But the Lakers got this superstar again.
I think Dwight got
for a
one.
while. So what are your thoughts?
If I can be non-transparent, I'm gonna say tomfoolery. That's what I'm gonna just say. I just, when I heard about it, it was shocking but not surprising. And when I say that, what I'm saying is, and I've had many discussions about this, it just always seemed like since LeBron has been with the Lakers, that there has just been miraculous transactions that have gone on since he's been there. And
It's only
to
been
me, the
one though.
math ain't
It's only been
mathing.
one.
The
It's
math
only
ain't
been
mathing to
one.
me.
Anthony
Um,
Davis.
well, I mean, yeah, Anthony Davis. Now, as far as that transaction, I think Dallas really benefited more from that transaction, more so than LA. But still, I I don't know how that transaction transpired. Okay, and it was so hush hush. And I had a conversation. I think before with someone. I said, how do you make a deal like that and nobody in the NBA knows about it? Whereas they had an opportunity to even make a offer to even be a part of that deal. It was so hush hush and so under the table. And so, and then I thought about this too. I'm like, okay, you're only hearing from two people or one person mainly, which is the person that mainly was the one that organized the whole trade. Okay, I have yet to hear from Magic Johnson, and he's supposed to be the GM. Magic ain't said
No,
nothing.
Magic. No, that Rob Pelinka's the GM. Magic been stepped away from the organization.
So Magic, like, okay.
Stop.
So I wasn't aware of
Yeah,
that
Magic.
because the last interview I had seen, somebody was asking him about a circumstance, and I thought that Magic was still a part of it. I was thinking that Magic and Kareem was still part of the organization, in the office, but I was also looking for Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban didn't say anything until today or yesterday about the whole situation. And normally, whenever he's done deals in the past, he's the first one to be vocal about situations, and he
Right, but
hadn't said
Cuban
nothing.
He didn't sold. He's a
He's
minority
not
owner
the
now.
owner. He's not the majority owner.
Yeah,
He's
a
not the
minority
majority owner of the
Yeah.
Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, taught me something new again. Taught me something
You
new
gotta keep
again.
up with the
Yeah,
times.
I'd say
Yeah, Mark cashed out
What
for
He
like
sold
2.5.
a stake. He sold a certain stake of the team. So there's some rich lady and her husband or something and their family. They own the Mavericks now. And his
so that
stake.
would explain.
Yeah.
That would explain. See, so you guys
He
are
pulled
answering my questions and concerns. So you answering that. Okay. All right. Moving forward with that, also to add, um, there's only been 3 deals that I know of in history where a top rate, player has been traded. And it hasn't happened too long, but it was a situation where I really didn't understand why the Mavericks would have gotten rid of him unless it was something, going on behind the scenes, whereas he got you into the finals and you're supposed to be building a team around him, and then you get rid of him. And then you send Luka there. He didn't know. He had just spent $15 million on a house in Dallas. So I guess according to his mind, he was planning on staying.
No, he had an offering. It wasn't closed yet. It wasn't closed yet.
That's why they made the
He
deal,
was in,
so he went closed. They looked out.
it didn't close. He was in what's that 30-day waiting period you call it?
Yeah, the final offer sheet and all that stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't finalized. But I wanna go back to your point when you said no, you said this is for LeBron. I don't it could be, but the only thing the Lakers did, I mean, other than drafting his son and everything and all that mess, but they did bring in Anthony Davis for him. That was the one thing you knew that was going to happen. They gave up all those young pieces. So, but that's what the Lakers do. That's right on par with what they've always done.
Right.
I mean, me, as far as on paper, the better team to me to receive the better deal right now on paper would appear to be the Mavericks. Now, as far as the Lakers, I would normally say that team was not going to be ready for Luka for about 3 years. I would say that, but because of the history of them making miraculous transactions, something could transpire, at the beginning of next season. So I really don't know. And I think LeBron got 2 more years. He did 3 years, right?
They probably got 3.
Yeah, he did 3
depending
years.
on his contract, I think it was just 2 years right now. Let Mike seems like he got something to say in rebuttal. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm burning up here, trying to stay cool and calm. But he said that I guess he said a few things. That on paper, the Mavs look better, but
he did say right now.
Yeah, right. But what happened with Anthony Davis when he put those big numbers today? What happened to him? He got injured, right? My man just gonna stay getting injured, man. So yeah, on paper it's great, but Anthony Davis, they called him Glass Davis. We sent out these little memes where he was rolling around in a wheelchair or something. Like his body ain't gonna hold up, man. And everybody act like y'all can see it. The dude gonna fall apart. But I mean, it's only a matter of time for this next injury. That's all I'm saying. And then LeBron can play with anybody. So you give him Luka, he'll go to the 4. He'll get boards. He'll do what he needs to do to help the team win.
He's never played with. They're the same player.
Basically.
Yeah, but Luka's a top 5 player. Yeah, act like he's sorry.
He's 25.
He's a top 5 player. That's what I say.
LeBron 40.
He's a top 5 player in the league, offensively. So he'll be able to offensively do his thing. Now I know defensively he has some limitations. So they brought in Mark Williams, right? Now I'm a little skeptical about Mark Williams because he's just as injury prone as Anthony Davis. So they gonna run races as far as who's gonna be injured the most. But the Lakers gotta. I mean, I don't know if Mavs are better, but that's just my opinion. And they got Max Christie. He's a nice little shooter.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah,
Dallas is filled out for.
I mean,
they're filled out a little better for right now. If, and the big word is if everything goes well. But what if, as far as the Lakers, what if dude sold them a lemon? What if Luka don't get in shape? I mean,
he
I
gonna
think
get
it's a slim chance, but
LeBron will get the way LeBron keep his body together. He like, man, Luka, this is what you gotta do, brother. Just do this, man.
but Luka been playing since what he been 13, 14, he been a pro.
Yeah.
But he like hamburgers. He heard he like hamburgers too. He was eating hamburgers on his plane, and they would get mad on the private jet. But he just gotta watch his intake, man. He'll get it right.
But what about the injuries though? He might just be a player who kind of gets injured every now and then. He's not getting.
If you eat the right food, that decreases your injuries, man.
All right, what scientific that? Where have you gotten that from?
You are what you eat.
You can be what you eat, but some people just not gonna be healthy. Some people just gonna get hurt. I mean,
if you eat right, he can start running. He been a workout plan. He'll get better, man.
But that doesn't guarantee that you're gonna. That's like saying if you don't eat certain things, you're guaranteed to live longer. That's not necessarily true.
I said things will be better. I'm not saying that he's going to be the most healthiest man in the world.
Right, things could be better, but if that's an issue, or what if he just starts getting hurt?
We can play the what if game for here on out, where every
But but I'm taking on the other end of the spectrum where you taking on one end like, okay, yeah, LeBron gonna get him in check, but I mean we don't know that, but it's a good chance he could influence him. But they got to figure out how to play together. Who gonna how they gonna run this offense? Who gonna dominate the ball?
And they're both great players, man. They're
ballers.
They're the best balls in the world, man.
His game is faster. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's still going to be considered to be LeBron's team. And it's the ball is probably going to be in Luka's hands more.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They may do just like they did him in Dallas. He gonna probably be the point guard and run the point. And so then you got two big guys running the backcourt, which is going to be LeBron and Luka, because you know LeBron can run the point too when he wants to. But you know Luka, he doesn't seem to be a post-up player. He seems to be either a catch and shoot type person, a give and go type person. But as far as him trying to post up and you know what I'm saying, ask for the ball and do like Dirk did, I don't see Luka being that kind of person. He's a ball handler and he's a shooter.
Yeah, he's just more face up, screen and roll, like get you on his hip. I mean, do this 6'8". Go ahead.
But he's still an ISO guy too. Now, don't get me wrong.
Oh, like, definitely, yeah.
So, what are you talking about then?
Right.
I know you're saying ISO. I don't know, man. I still have to. I look at the game differently when I'm trying to analyze it, and I really can't put my words together the way I'm thinking it. Let's just go.
Okay, I got the NBA league pass, man. I'm watching games 4 to 5 nights a week. I'm seeing Luka ball out. Him and Kyrie were friends. They cutting up, playing and stuff. He's.
But he's not with Kyrie no more though. So you have to consider what kind of effect that's going to have him on him now. He's not with Kyrie anymore.
I think LeBron will move more without the ball. Just depends on how much injury he got. Because Luka, once he let go of the ball, he don't move. He just pass it and stand there. So you can't have two people doing that.
That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
There you go. You articulated it for me. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, Austin Reeves will run the offense.
He doesn't move without the ball. I'll try to articulate that. Yeah.
And since he's out of shape, he can set some nice screens, right? Put his weight into him, not moving. Of course, but he can roll. He can roll. He can shoot.
Roll step. But they probably gonna look for a mismatch. I mean, it's just come screen switch.
It's gonna be a mismatch because he's big and tall, man.
Right.
And
I think Luka got post moves. It just depends on if he want to go down there and do that. If he's conditioned enough to, because when he got good footwork to get them post moves going, it just depends on how often they want to go to it. But I mean, the competition out there is you can't forget about OKC. Them boys young, they run, they play defense. I mean, Denver's still a big team. I mean, Memphis is after. I mean, it's a lot of youth out there. That's the thing.
And that's going to be the Achilles heel to it all. Like to what Don said, the old NBA is gone. I think that era, everything that built the NBA up to be what it is, Michael Jordan capitalized on it. And that was still the era. The game was different. It was more physical.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like the guys were more mature. Even though Jordan came in, 20 or whatever, it's like they had a workman type attitude. But they get so much money now that it seems like the professionalism is gone. It's like a circus show. I really think if this trade had happened, what is exciting about the NBA? Golden State is the shell of itself. So this kind of speaks more to like what the NBA is now. I think LA made a business move. It's almost like social media, like what's going viral. This is NBA going viral versus now a team that's taking those steps like old school. I would think is Houston. And like you said, with the young guys coming, it could be a situation where you're thinking Luka is going to be the guy, and all of a sudden somebody else emerges like Steph did to LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys, the people are already out there. I mean, everybody's big on Wembanyama. He's coming. Now, I think Shea Gilgeous is kind of that guy who you didn't know was coming. And Ant-Man, like, they face to the league. Like, Shea Gilgeous, he definitely.
Shea Gilgeous dropping some 50-pointers, right? Like 3 of them.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, yeah, is Luka good? 5 years, first team All NBA, but still not a shoe-in. Is he ever going to be what we think he's going to be?
Time out. Look, I'm looking at his stats. One game he had 45, 11, and 13.
Hey, that's James Harden numbers. But look at James Harden.
Who was he playing against?
You can't compare Luka and James Harden.
No, he had an efficient 45. He didn't shoot. He didn't shoot 45 times though.
Who was he playing against?
Golden State. Golden State.
In this new era, who's going to pick up the Mamba mentality? Who's going to pick up the Jordan mentality? Like all the points is great, all the accolades, but who can lead their team with that attitude? The coach, like who can put it all together? Like James Harden is great regular season. And then
but I think you already got him. Like you got him with you got it with Luka, you got it with Ant-Man, you got it with Shea Gilgeous, you got it with the tandem of Tatum and Brown. You already got people. You got Giannis.
I don't see. We're not turning. And I don't mean to cut y'all off. What Cornelius is saying is when you turn the TV on back in the day, okay, you knew it was going to be a grudge match when TV came on. You know what I'm saying? You know though, because you saw the competitiveness and you saw the fire in the eyes, and you knew certain things when you saw certain teams that play each other. You pretty much knew if it was going to be a dogfight or not because they had that drive to nation. You know what I mean? To go out there and battle it out. You don't see that now. You don't see that now.
Did you watch the game, the first game between Cleveland and OKC? That was a good game.
Yeah, Cleveland came up short, but Cleveland got a great team. Like the
two big system,
they shooting threes. They playing defense every possession, just like Houston. Like, I mean, that's fun to me. I mean, it's a lot of threes being shot, but I mean,
it's inevitable not to have certain moments. Okay, even today, certain moments. Okay. I'm just saying, it's not there like it used to be, and that's probably one of the reasons why
And that's probably one of the reasons why it's down 53% as far as viewership.
Because the big names are getting old. That's what you're saying, right? You're saying because LeBron and Curry and Durant on the way out.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's guys resting too much. I mean, you don't know. You look at the game. Oh, he's sitting out. Then next thing he come back. Oh, I'm not playing back to backs. MB hurt. He in out of lineup. They low managing. Then they shoot a lot of threes, and everything looks the same. But
it looks the same.
But you got to
the game
remember,
is the same.
Everything back in the day wasn't that good. You had some gritty games. You had a lot of guys who couldn't shoot, couldn't catch. It was like an inside out game, but it wasn't always beautiful. I think you might be looking at it through rose colored glasses, like because you were impressed as a younger person.
I think we like the banging down low. I like
excitement,
like scoring, the touch. You don't
see
that
excitement.
You see a screen and a 3-pointer being shot. And that's what kind of gets.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see why he's saying it gets boring.
When I turn the game on, I'm looking for that excitement. Like you used to get highlight reels in the games. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying, how fast can I get down court and pull and pull?
Well,
you know?
It's changed, yeah.
You know, I mean,
it depends on the team, man. Because I just saw Washington, right? Washington played Cleveland pretty close, but all Washington had was Jordan Poole. Man, Jordan Poole had the green light. He was step back and doing the 3-step, dunking. He was like, he had the green light, and that was fun to watch, even though I knew they were going to lose. But he was exciting to watch because the question was, he's going to shoot the ball. I'm like, how is he going to shoot? I mean, he was jacking up threes, floaters.
You just made my point right there. Okay. You said you watched that game, and it was exciting. You didn't know what was going to happen next, and that game excited you. You enjoyed watching that game. You get my point right there. That's what's missing.
But
more games like that.
Right, but maybe it's because everybody's doing the same thing. I think that's one of the major issues. Everybody's doing like everything looks the same. Like, but like that the game when it's just maybe we've lived a while. We've kind of
we getting older.
So we've seen a lot. We've seen the game change from when Jordan dominated to when Kobe came along. You had Duncan, Shaq out west, T-Mac, and maybe we were more impressed then. Now it's like the basketball doesn't make sense sometimes, but has it really changed for the worse? Maybe just the fact that it's changed. Maybe we think it's changed for the worse, but maybe it hasn't, because every era you can look back on and be like, man, this game was terrible tonight. Or these dudes out here just look terrible. And you might have a great player here and there, but I think
the game might be in its in that phase, and I don't know the scientific term for it, but it might be in that phase where it's marinating, getting ready to birth something. You know,
metamorphosis.
You can say
blow up and pop.
something like that. I will say this, kind of going back, coinciding certain things. I think Dallas, with the rosters that they have, may transition into some of the old school way of playing basketball. Now that they've acquired Davis, and the reason why I say that is because now by them acquiring Davis, they can go to the inside out game.
Right, but Anthony Davis saying he's not
on
the block. He facing up shooting. He dunking here and there, but he catching lives. He just facing up shooting. Yeah, he's not.
He's like a C-Web.
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is, by them acquiring Davis now, okay, of course they got Clay, and you know what Clay does, and of course they got Kyrie. Now, in addition to what I was getting ready to say, I'm gonna add this to it. I think the face of that franchise is going to end up being Klay Thompson. I would love for them to promote Kyrie more, but I'm thinking they can probably promote Klay. But what I'm saying is, with the addition to having Davis, okay, and they put Davis at the power forward position, I think now it's going to be more so of let's feed the ball inside because he got to get his touches, and then he can take the ball and get the ball out, and that'll make opportunities for Clay and for Kyrie. That's why I say the inside out game.
To an extent, but he playing more extended, free throw line extended. He's shooting mid range a little bit. Because remember, they got Gafford down there too, and so or Lively when he come back. So those guys just catching lives. The Gafford just I'm trying to dunk on everybody. So they have veterans, and they got PJ Washington too. They got a good set of players together, but they also the one issue. I mean, one thing is injury. Age ain't on their side, and then they got a bunch of 1B guys. I mean, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, they're all 1B. They're all champions, but they're all 1Bs. Who's going to emerge as the leader? Those guys have never done that.
You saw what happened when Irving tried to lead his team post LeBron in Cleveland. He couldn't. Maybe he had some moments, but it was trash. And then Irving hasn't really been a good teammate until he came to Dallas. He wasn't a good teammate in Boston.
That was
in Brooklyn. He was
a political thing, right?
Good teammate in Brooklyn.
That was political thing. That was political.
No, the first year in Brooklyn he was. The first year in Brooklyn when KD stepped on the line. Political. But the second after that it went downhill. I give him being
make the playoffs. Okay, all right.
He just said some crazy stuff. I mean, we don't need the coach.
I think that was more political than anything.
Steve Nash.
I know what the media tried to make it seem like outwardly, but I don't know what the conversation was behind closed doors.
Okay. Right, but he still said stuff. I mean, he still came out and said things. He
definitely, you know what I'm saying, was vocal as far as what he believed in. And to me personally, you should be. You know what I mean? Even though you are a player, you know what I'm saying, you still also a person. So I mean, if you're advocating for something that you believe in and how you feel, then that should be respected. But also I think that situation was kind of more political. And once he got himself away from that situation, you know what I'm saying, somewhere where he felt like he's more happier, then it's, you know what I'm saying, it's working out better for him. And that may be the same circumstance and everything that may occur for Butler also. Butler wanted to be where he's at now. Now we just have to see.
No, he did. He didn't want to be. He wanted to be in Phoenix.
No, he said what's called had too much power down there. Bradley Beal.
He said. Oh, I mean, yeah. Beal didn't want to, opt out. But I do recall Butler saying that he wanted to. That one of his main options was Golden State.
Okay, I give you that. He had he was maybe with the little hair color stuff. He may have been saying it was Phoenix, Golden State. It was like 4 teams. Dang. Was Milwaukee one of them? Oh no. The Knicks were one. I'm not sure, but he was. I mean, from what I was hearing, he was talking crazy. He didn't want to go here. Don't send me to Memphis. And Golden State was they got desperate, so they I don't think he was their first option, but they got him now. I don't know how. I mean, they old too. I mean,
he got traded for who went? So Wiggins went to
Miami.
Yeah, Wiggins. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Even Golden State, their style of play is over. It only works if you got Clay. Clay, it was fun while it lasted, but you gotta hit at a big clip with the threes, the fast pace. It was a younger person's game. So now, how do you transition that? I think Jimmy will help, kind of like in the way that Kevin Durant helped. I think Kevin Durant extended Curry's career.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know about that one, Cornelius, because you. I mean, listen.
Kevin Durant extended the Warriors' run. They don't get Kevin
Oh,
Durant.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
Because they as much as they ascended when they lost against LeBron, they had kind of reached their peak.
Hold on, y'all. This just came across Bleacher Report. Dalton Connect got to go back to the Lakers, and Mark Williams got to go back to Charlotte. They didn't satisfy condition of the trade, so.
Are you serious?
So that's what just came across Bleacher Report. Check it.
Wow, so they still don't have no sense. Well, okay, you're right then. Dallas has the better team right now because they have big man deficiencies and too many guys playing the same position. Wow. So the trade deadline's over, right?
That's it. Yeah, it's today.
So they
but remember, people have to pass physicals and everything, so they have to wait till
it's probably Mark Williams.
No, it says satisfy a condition due to failure to satisfy a condition of the trade. So I don't know if it was a physical or, but just busting it, just breaking stuff with that. But I want to get back to Cornelius' point. Yeah, like you were saying, Durant, he extended the Warriors' run. But go ahead and pick back up.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like Jimmy could kind of play a role that I think Kevin Durant brought stability to that hectic style, which was new. Of course, Curry, he transformed the game, but it's nothing. Basketball is basketball, and when you lose the fundamentals, you get this NBA that we got now, and I think the teams that can find some stability, where you do have a superstar or you have a team environment, it's just like it's like all about the players, in the sense of the players are becoming bigger than the game. So I don't know how you balance that when the players are making so much money. The authority of the coach is like, get him out of here. It's still got to be that respect there. So I think Jimmy may bring that back, but I don't know what that's my team. I don't know what they're going to do.
I remember that Warriors team, and I love that team, man. I miss Iggy. Iggy was definitely a big factor on that. I missed him. Let me see. They had JaVale too, right?
David West.
West.
When they got but before that they had Bogut and Harrison Barnes when they was trying to go back to back.
Barnes.
Couldn't shoot.
But he left out something, man. They were 73-9, right?
Yeah.
And then they added Durant.
Yeah.
Right. So he said a few things. One, he said that they need somebody to run around and shoot more, but they already replaced Klay Thompson with Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is, I'm not saying he's Klay Thompson, but he's saw a few notches below Klay Thompson, but he's
falling off now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Michael Jordan doesn't win if Scottie Pippen is not drafted there. It's just certain pieces, that chemistry. Like even as much as I'm not gonna say I don't like him, but Draymond benefited from the success of the Warriors, and he gets to act any way he can. He talks any way he can, but even if they move him, it changes the Warriors. It's that style that is just like without Draymond. As much as I'm not a Draymond fan, but when I look at what he does, playing that point position and all that hectic stuff, that's why he talk crazy. And I guess this is the point I'm trying to make about the NBA.
Okay.
It's like the league and the owners back in Jordan day. Oh my gosh, they'll trade you while you eating breakfast. Like they paid Michael Jordan $1.5 million a year. Be like, but now it's switched where the prosperity and everybody has everybody is making so much money. Like people like Draymond feel like he disrespects Steph by not like playing your position. He's got a louder voice than Steph.
Well, you can be. I mean, I think it's just different because I know you pointing back to the 90s. I mean, Jordan did, we did, but Rodman was crazy acting. They just handled it a certain way. I think players still had power back, and it just was they just weren't moving around like they do now. Maybe that's kind of slowed down too, like with all these penalties you get in these. They say if you go across these aprons, you can't do all this stuff. They're trying to get it back to like a two-man duo type thing, like where you can't just that big three is kind of gone to an extent. Like unless you just do it organically, you're not just going. And Phoenix, they kind of stuck in it. It ain't working.
To get back that competitiveness, I don't know. You have to make these big trades, but I think this younger, man, it's crazy how fast time flies. Like Curry already been in the league 16 years.
That's right. But what you think about?
And the more we get older, it's like the game is just younger, and it's just like it. Like you said, it is what it is. It's going to change. It ain't going to be what it was when I was a kid.
Well, did you read Michael Jordan's comment? Like way back in the day, he said, if when I shoot 3-pointers, that just takes away
his game.
Yeah, because I want to get to the hole, I want to dunk, I want to set people up, I want to do all this other stuff. If I just shoot a 3, I am not helping nobody else out and making my team better.
When Mike did
that was his
that
mentality back then. I know the game has changed now. Everybody just hoisting up 3s, but they're not making their team better by doing that.
And back when Mike did that, Mike set a record for that as shooting only 6 threes. That was an NBA record when he did that, shooting 6 threes in the game.
No, he made 6 threes and a half. That's what it was.
It was a half.
I guess against Portland.
Yeah, it was against Portland.
He made 6 threes and a half.
And then he did an interview and said he don't want to do that because he said that it would hurt his game.
Right, but the game was. I mean, but now you got totally different kind of players out there. You can't. It's a simple math equation to an extent. You can't. If everybody's able to shoot 3s and they make enough of them, you can't keep up with 2s. You just mathematically can't. And Mike can probably explain that to you the best of the series.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
keep up. You have to. It just needs to be It just needs to be balanced out.
And the rules.
And when you see good game, right? Right.
But Reese, I said this to you a while back before this conversation or anything. I said I told you the implementation of the Euro players changed the NBA. They brought some of that European style to the NBA, and that changed the NBA.
Right. No, but then what about Steph Curry? Because Curry's dad, Dale Curry, he shot 3s in the league as a role player, so he growing up around him. And Steph Curry changed the league once they won, because they always said nobody would win with that style, shooting all those 3s. And when they won, it was like,
right. Cleveland had to change their team, like the big 4.
Right.
Yeah, the 4-man had to be a stretch 4 now. You have no big power forwards no more because they were a liability on defense. I mean, they had to rebound it for sure, but like on the other end, they couldn't guard the 3-point.
Yeah, if you switch, because if you go under the screen, he's just gonna pull up, and unless you trap him, then like what made Golden State so successful. If you trap Curry, Draymond rolling, and when he's rolling downhill, somebody else got to help. Now, what teams probably should have did, just give him the layup. Don't come off Klay Thompson or Iguodala, but you react, so then you get a 3 from the corner, which is only 22 feet. So the way they changed the game, and everybody's like, okay, we got to get people who can switch and shoot 3s as well. So that's what you got now. And now it's not the greatest thing, but when Jordan was a great one-on-one player, I mean, people started copying that, and then we had some people who shouldn't have been great one-on-one players, maybe like Stackhouse leading the team or something.
Man, he's a volume shooter, Stackhouse.
But the defense was different too back then, man. Well, the defense was different.
And the rules were different.
And the rules were different.
You put your hands on people. You could put that.
Yeah, you can hand check. You can't do that no more.
Which changes the game.
Right, but
which I think in Curry's position, he needed that shot because that's what opened the game up to him, and then of course he got stronger, and then the rules without the hand checking, him being able to handle the ball. So the game has changed. I guess they're just gonna have to get back to coaching. I think, and some of these and the whole trade that like LeBron, that's a thing. I was against it, but I get it now. The new age player is probably now with Luka's situation. He got traded. He didn't. He
He
didn't.
didn't ask for no trade.
So that's a new caveat. That's like, hey, you could be the star. And,
Ain't nobody safe.
But I think that's an outlier. That's going to happen very rarely. Like people, you obviously know who you not going to trade. We all was so surprised because it was like, what, they traded him? He didn't ask for one. Like,
hold on, yeah. So that trade came about. It was like 12 o'clock in the morning. Like it was real late at night because I was in bed. I was like, man. And then I looked at my phone. I'm like, no, this, Anthony Davis is trade. What?
I'm gonna ask you this, and the only reason why I'm gonna ask you this is because Mike is sitting here. You know what I'm saying? Is there a player in the NBA that is untouchable as far as trade?
Wembanyama, because he's young.
Shai
Gilgeous, Ant-Man.
I think it's only one person in the league that's untouchable.
LeBron
as far as trade. That's it.
And Curry.
Who?
I think he's the only person.
Oh.
It's a lot of untouchables. But
I don't know about that.
It's not forever. It's not forever.
Right.
It's like LeBron is forever. He's legacy. Curry is forever. But Ant-Man and everybody else, Shea, they're all still on the clock. They could get to a point.
No.
Where
Jokic is untradeable.
No. Bradley Beal is untradeable.
Yeah. Now I thought about that. I was like,
right.
He finessed it somehow, but that's how sometimes it's just what the market will do. He caught it at the right time, and you catch it at the right time.
He looked at it
you got a good agent.
Let's add a no trade clause to this.
But remember, Washington agreed to that, and his agent, they had a lot of pull, whatever they did or whatever they said. To get that clause put in is.
So I don't think nobody's untradeable. If the right piece, you can.
Depending on
if the right piece of Wembanyama for LeBron or something. Some predictions like that.
But why would they give up? But that's what makes this baffling too. Why would you give up an older injured player for a young? I mean, this guy could be. He could be the next. I mean, who knows if he?
But I think Dallas. It must have been some internal stuff going on with Luka.
Definitely.
That when you look at it, he doesn't look like an NBA athlete.
No.
But the skill level, the rules plus the skill level, you put him back in the 90s.
No.
I don't know if he's as explosive.
Different ball player.
Because you can touch him. You can touch him.
He don't get buckets. He don't get buckets, man.
He gonna get buckets,
man.
He's gonna work for it.
He's gonna get buckets.
13 and 11, man. Like, what are we talking about?
He's gonna get buckets, but
he's gonna work for it.
He'll be able to be touched, and he'll have to play defense harder. So what I'm saying is, whatever it is, Dallas they from their time with him, this guy's he's not gonna last. Now, he may change his ways with the Lakers and really put in the work to beat, because Luka, my man with Denver, these guys they're in the league they're in the league with the attitude let's make this money. It's so easy. I'm not gonna work out. I'm ready to go home. Blah blah blah.
But Jokic is put in the work, Cornelius. I mean, he's got MVPs, man.
But I'm not saying
you have to look a certain way.
I'm not saying he's not putting the work in on the court, but the European players have a different. Maybe they wanted Luka to have a different attitude, but Luka, I've been playing pro since 15. I'm not trying to get no abs. I'm gonna go out here, give you this 50. Let me live my life. I'm young.
Ain't gonna play no D. I'm just gonna outscore. All right, I'm gonna outscore these cats.
Yeah, he's kind of charismatic with it. I think he's trying to say.
Well, look what Shaq. That pretty cut out. What Shaq did. Shaq wasn't. He might have gotten shape one time, but he was like, who was really his motivation? Right, but I'm saying Luka has that same mentality. I'm already doing this.
The same mentality being the biggest player in the league.
Right, but Jokic, they said he got in better shape, but he's like mad skilled though,
Right, yeah.
And so he's trying more. And he already won a championship. He already won an MVP. So Luka hadn't done any of those things.
Luka said himself. He said the NBA was easier to play in than overseas. He said it himself.
So
he said it himself. So
okay, but Luka's got to realize too, they lost that championship because Boston attacked him. They're like, who was Luka guarding? They're gonna get the ball, put him in screen and roll situations. We're gonna attack Luka because he ain't playing no defense. And they should have swept him, but for some reason they got blown out one game that I was doing. What was June, July? I was somewhere, and I'm like, wow, Dallas is up by like 40. Like they just gave up that one game, but the other games, man, they just attacked Luka. There was an offensive plan.
I remember those games. Yeah, you definitely correct on that. Yeah, you definitely correct on that.
So that's what's gonna happen now. I mean, like that's why the guy was like, man, defense wins championships, but you can't sacrifice that much offensive talent for that, though, man. I mean, I just don't think that was a good move for Dallas. But what do I know?
It wasn't. Now what I heard about remember I was telling y'all about Nico Harrison. He was like the Nike rep ad or something. He worked with Kobe with Nike, and then Rob Pelinka was Kobe's agent. So, but they said I heard some stuff. I didn't read the article, but how the fact that he was around Kobe and saw how Kobe worked hard, and I guess Luka was doing none of that, but having similar success, but not, he didn't obviously having championships or MVPs, and he just, I mean, did he just get tired of dude? I mean, did Luka say something like, well, trade me then, maybe kind of not seriously, but.
No, they said that he was eating them hamburgers on the plane, man. Like
or drinking.
Yeah, he was on the private jets and stuff, man. And and it was some kind of press conference. Like, man, why you eating that, man? Like, he just didn't care. Like, hey, hamburger. Like,
but even if I eat, but if I can play better defense and convince y'all, I mean,
right? Yeah.
I mean, but
if that trade,
you don't make the trade.
Well, I'm sorry.
You don't make the trade, but
yeah.
But even if you make the trade, get something for the future forward. Like, what are you doing? You don't take the first offer. Don, you sold cars before.
You got Max Christie.
Yeah, I gave him that. If I could, would you?
no, Max Christie, he's young, right?
And they got some later pick, but they didn't get. I mean, it's almost like it hooked up his boy. That's why people are like, "Is this a conspiracy for the Lakers? Is the league? What? They don't want Luka and Wembanyama both in Texas. We need somebody in LA."
Here's could have been an option with Luka being the player that he is. If they had made that public, that they put him on the block, they could have got 4 guys for that dude. And you know what I'm saying? And just kind of rebuild, start kind of rebuilding a team. Like, he would have been worth every bit. You give me, you know what I'm saying, a good 4-piece. Or you know what I'm saying, and or some picks or something. You could have capitalized on that. You wouldn't even needed a superstar. Just give me some good 4 pieces. And some picks. And built off that.
Yeah, you could have just at least got more, but it's almost like I'm gonna hook up my boy because let him deal with it. That just
the whole thing to me, man, it just didn't seem right. It just didn't seem right. And you clarified, some of my concerns, because I thought Magic and Kareem was still, part of the organization. But you just clarified that for me.
Magic might just put a word in here or there because he known Jeannie Buss for so long. He's a Laker for life. So, but because I don't know, remember he had that he just bust out with a press conference, like he started calling Rob Pelinka all kind of this, or he stabbed me in my back. So I know you don't like Pelinka. I don't know if they made up, but because they was both kind of working together.
Well, he got Luka. I'm sure he's buddy with him now.
Well, he just wanted the Lakers to win.
But it's just go get some lunch.
I will say this: if LeBron and them boys make it to the NBA Finals, I'm done watching the NBA. I'm telling you, I'm done watching the NBA because
you ain't got nothing to worry about because Mark Williams that trade didn't go through, so they're gonna be looking a little small. They looking a little small out there.
Done watching the NBA because I'm be like, man. Now for me, my thoughts would be like, why they keep trying to build this conspiracy to build this legacy, so that they can have, more conversation with this, with the comparison of how they compare or who they comparing them with, and I be like, man, that to me was seem kind of suspect to me, but I mean, Lakers right now they what, 5th seed right now?
Yeah, they pretty hot. They 9-1 in the last 10.
Yeah.
They somewhere around. They behind. If they haven't, I don't think they jumped Denver. I think they still fit the Lakers.
I don't even understand that, to be honest with you, but
they 4th, so Houston dropped in because Denver hadn't lost really either.
Houston dropped. Yeah, Houston lost 5 straight. Houston dropped.
You see how they lost that game against the Nets?
Houston, we have a problem.
Well,
There was up 5 points. Dude hit a 3. Down up 2. They turned the ball over. It was
Russell.
Russell hit 3 at the buzzer. Right.
No, they still had time, but they just blew it. But I think Amen Thompson, he should be rookie of the year. He's playing well, yo. He's very athletic. He can't shoot. I assume he'll beat out Castle, and I know Ricochet don't have a chance, or Sarr. They almost irrelevant.
Yeah, Ben Simmons spurns the Cavs, signs with West team. We don't want you anyway.
Question for you. I know we kind of got off topic and went onto down one direction. Did you have any other topics that you was had planned?
Yeah, I wanted to. I still think there was some pretty low key trades. I mean, the other big one I thought was San Antonio getting De'Aaron Fox, but I think it's a move for the future. Wembanyama got a point guard. They can get out and run. Only thing concerned me about Wembanyama, he's staying healthy. That's good, but I feel like I guess going back over somebody, he just shoot too many threes, man, for his size. Like,
right.
I say 5, 6 a game. Like half his shots be threes sometimes. Like, but I know he don't have strength, so.
Right, you're not helping your team shooting the threes. Now we talk about like what Jordan said. You shoot the 3 now. Everybody else is like, all right, what I gotta do? I gotta either run, get the board, or I gotta get back on D. But it's no team cohesion when you just launching it at 7-4. Right, you have an advantage in the post or in the paint. Like, what are they doing?
He's not strong. So
if they can get 1 or 2 more pieces, and if Wembanyama, and I have to use it as a comparison. If his game would be like a Patrick Ewing or a Karl Malone, where they took that baseline mid or that elbow, or like Tim Duncan, that, elbow mid, I think that would be more beneficial for his game because to do the 7 foot, you know what I'm saying? That would be a better game for him that I think, versus him trying to be out at the 3-point line shooting.
But can we really expect him? That's the way he came up playing. Like they got to get him. I don't know. I've watched a good amount of them, but I'll be looking more at box scores. I'm just like taking a lot of threes, man. Like for you to have such an advantage, it just doesn't seem smart. But I don't know.
I saw an NBA game where I looked at the list. I'm tired, so I can't even think of what it's called. The stat sheets. Yeah, and them jokers took 100 threes in one game. I was like, how do you shoot 100 threes in one game?
That's the way they play.
I think it was 100 or 150.
People dropping 150 now in regulation.
Yeah. Like, how in the world?
Well, at least 140s. Yeah, if you just get hot, man, Boston get hot. If you can't keep up with them, you're gonna lose. I mean, they're gonna blow you out the water.
Yeah.
Cleveland a little more back, but if Mobley make threes, I mean that Strus and then the guys in the backcourt.
But they play a team game though, man. Like even Donovan Mitchell was going to the hoop. You got, I mean, he's a scorer. You got even Garland getting hot from time to time. So, yeah, Cleveland, they looking strong, man. I mean,
he made it.
So I got a question for you. So by that trade and everything with Charlotte not going through, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, to be honest with me, I'm happy about that situation. I'm happy about it because when I seen that they offered them 2031 or 2036
Mm-hmm.
first round pick, I'm like, why the heck would you want a 6-year pick down the road for? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too mad about that trade being rescinded.
How can
That's
that going back to the crib, or not going back to the crib? How he feel going back to the Lakers? Like, y'all really didn't want me here. That's an awkward conversation. Like, hey, sorry about that.
Here's Connect. Here's Cam Reddish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they got to come back. So yeah, I mean,
that was the rookie, right? That was the rookie that they had.
Yeah, Connect. Yeah, from Tennessee.
Yeah.
The one dropping. He was dropping 40 in Tennessee.
And then, just in the spirit of the sending of the trade, AR-15 dropped 45 just to let everybody know, like, I can do what Connect does.
That's crazy.
But
man.
they said that Mark Williams. See, I told you Mark Williams was the issue. Mark Williams had some issues with his body, including a bad back that limited his playing time, and he just came off a foot injury. So I'm trying to tell you, them dudes be getting hurt. Him and Anthony Davis, man, they going hand in hand.
You got guys that's proven to you that they belong in the league. They can score, and then you want to get rid of them. Like I don't, but then you take and you pull LeBron James Jr. out the G League because one game he got 40 points in one game, and you say, okay, you're gonna come into the NBA for this game right here.
we know it. We know what that is. That's
Like, come on.
Dwayne Wade said if he could have
sideshow.
got his son in, he would have. He's like, it just showed the power LeBron got. But Bronny good for business.
Oh, this is off topic.
Jersey, he in the G League putting up 28 a game.
And this is off topic. I researched it because he got drafted. Jimmy got drafted, and he made it past you know what I'm saying, camp and everything, and the preseason, and actually was in the NBA and played. So I knew with that. So I checked to see what Bronny James rookie card value. That thing said $10,000. I said, what the heck?
It's a sideshow, man.
If I was thinking, I would have got it. I would have got it when it was cheap, but I was too busy hating.
They said 10. Man, I was in my house, man, slamming down cups and glasses, slamming doors and cabinets. I was like, this is ridiculous. That was crazy.
Yeah, man.
And I had an opportunity to watch one of the G League games. And I watched Bronny play one of the games. And I said to myself, I'm not taking away anything from anybody, but I said, these 3 games that I've seen, honestly, to me, look like high school basketball games. To me, it did. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I couldn't even put it on the level of college.
Right.
I said to myself, that's probably why Bronny scored 30 points.
Oh, my bad. It froze.
You're right. He's right. Yeah, they don't coach in the G League. They just say, hey, you got the ball, you just play. It's like street ball. You just pick and roll. I'm an ice.
LA Fitness, yeah.
I went to I guess the Skyhawks, College Park Skyhawks game, and it was the same way. Hey, yeah, LA Fitness pickup game.
Not good for viewing. Not good basketball. That's the way they play now. Unfortunately, that's the way they play.
And the assist column was probably single digits for a whole team.
And what's funny is you could have had Jello, but he's a rapper now.
That bum.
You could have had Jello, but he's a rapper. He about to get that R&B that music mogul money now.
Yeah, he already got a deal. He performed it at the All-Star game.
He blowing
But
up more than
They said Jello made Detroit lose
why?
in the playoffs. They should have got Eminem to come out for Detroit at halftime, but they got
The Lion.
yeah. It was like Detroit, you gotta have Eminem come out, you know.
Yeah, they need to have some of their defensive players come back. That was the problem.
Yeah.
But a few other trades. It was a bunch, man. But I do think me and Mike talking about, I think Don too. I think Hunter coming from Atlanta, seems like Hunter, they about to blow it up. That's a good trade for Cleveland. Give him size on the wing and shooting. And Hunter's been playing well this year. And he can just stay healthy. I mean, they should give Boston, New York a run.
I'll say this about Hunter. Hunter was a number 4 pick. He been playing down season after season. So this season is quote unquote a breakout, but not really. It's just the where he's supposed to be as a number 4 pick. He should be he's supposed to be an all-star by now. This is 5th, 6th year in the league. But he's still young though, and the trade really helped Cleveland. I mean, you got younger, you got more athletic, better defense. Then who got LeVert and Niang. Now Niang reminds me of Luka. Like that dude look out of shape. He just all he do is hoist threes. He's not athletic. He just hoists threes.
That's it.
He might get you a soft side rebound. That's all he got.
Weak side. But I mean, it was that was a good pickup. I mean,
great.
I think the Kings get
they got Zach and they got DeRozan. So that team looked pretty decent. They put DeRozan and Zach back together.
But they don't got a point guard now.
Man, you don't need no point guard in this league nowadays, man.
Well, I guess if you just run high screen and roll and
that's it, man.
Kick it. Then they got Valanciunas too.
I don't even think I've even seen, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't even think I've even seen a full court press in the NBA this season. Or trap. Defense. They don't need no point guard, man.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna full court press because they ain't never really done that. There's too many games.
Wait,
but
there's only one time I've seen a full court press in the NBA, and that's when in Boston, it was way back in the day when they had Cyper.
Oh, Patino.
Yeah, Patino tried to press.
Yeah, he tried.
Had Mercer up there. This is getting tight. It was getting work. It was like it didn't work. So yeah, he tried. He's the only one that tried it. Them grown men making all that money was like, nah, man, we ain't pressing. This ain't working.
Cornelius, were you surprised that Golden State didn't give up Kuminga or Moody? I was kind of surprised by that. These guys they had been kind of high on.
They didn't. Well, who was they gonna give him up for?
Well, no, with Jimmy Butler, they gave up Wiggins and there was so many teams involved. They sent Schroeder out. They gave up Wiggins.
Yeah.
Well, I was proud because I don't think they're gonna re-sign Kuminga. Maybe they are now.
Right. But how does that affect Kuminga with Jimmy coming? Kuminga's still not going to start, right?
Well, who you really? Are you starting Trace Jackson at center? Or are you starting Looney? Or are you starting Draymond? And that's the only way I see Kuminga starting.
Yeah.
Jackson Davis has had some moments, right?
Golden State is just a hodgepodge of. It was a good run. But the NBA is just their championship style was not like the Bulls where it was like this where you could just pick and pull and just replace parts. It didn't matter if it was Paxson, it didn't matter if it was BJ, it didn't matter if it was Steve Kerr. It was like just replace. Golden State joint was so delicate that only way we know they was champions because we watch it on YouTube. That fast. Yeah. So that show you, like, I don't know if it'll ever get back. If it'll ever get back to the dominance where
I don't see
like,
it.
Okay, Kobe's gonna be there. You can have superstars and it don't mean nothing. You just a regular team. It might be some of the lower market teams
I don't see it, man. The,
Yeah.
I
the,
mean, like
the,
if
the league getting
Wembanyama
real light
pop,
skin right now.
when you get a lot of legacy players, like people who are the kids of former players, you get a lot of that to an extent. I know they're in college. I don't know. Well, yeah, they like the Boozer twins. You got Carmelo's son. You got
And look at
And they ain't really
Kaminga.
that good.
Look at Kaminga. Like
Guy.
he was a raw player. He wants more money, but getting rid of him. What I mean, you ain't win if you don't. He's not gonna make or break you winning the championship. So you were just saying, as far as value, you were surprised that they didn't give us Kaminga.
Yeah, because I figured if they hadn't resigned him, maybe they don't want to resign him for what he want to resign for. So,
what's
They
your
got rid
thoughts
of-
on him? What
They
you
got
think?
rid of Cal Anderson, right?
yeah,
Right.
that's the other guy.
He's
yeah.
gone. So guys like Kaminga, like, is he the future of your franchise, or is he just gonna be a regular role player?
Probably
Ain't no-
maybe a role player more likely.
No, he's gonna take Draymond's spot, right?
Ain't no telling, man. This league today, man. I don't know. Ain't no telling. It's for
But that's
me.
what I'm saying.
It's hard to read. It's
So-
hard to read.
It's hundreds. I don't know. It's like what? It's only like 400 spots in the NBA or
450.
450. It's just today's superstar. Today's superstar is just different.
Softer.
I mean, people, you start being called a superstar when you
Softer.
just the bar is down, and
Bar is low.
there's so much money. Like,
Right, but let's name. We know who the superstars are. Let's name them. Name the
Ant-Man, right?
superstars.
Anthony Edwards.
Ant-Man, Giannis,
and even
Jokic,
Ant-Man, those
Luka.
guys
And all the light-skinned
labeled
guys.
so far. They're labeled
They
so
all light
far
skinned guys.
because they have the marketability, but
Ant-Man and marketability.
well, I'm
But
just
he's
saying
he's still young. He's still young, Cornelius.
Yeah, he must be
And that's the
23.
thing, and that's
Hey,
why. See, I'm getting old because
He been
because
fined $285,000 this year for just cussing on air on the post
But
game.
see, that's why you gotta take stuff like I say with a grain of salt sometimes, because I'm getting so old. And then I look at the guys, I forget they like 23. You know what I'm saying? So
He fined Melo for saying no homo. He got fined.
I gotta have some patience to let this NBA develop. Because look, Curry done got old. Like, when did Curry get old? I mean, he old in basketball years. So the life cycle, like LeBron's way over 20 years. But
Right.
the
He's
life
still
cycle
dunking on people.
yeah,
40.
at 40. But the life cycle of the stars, you know, which is nothing, you know, it's just I'm getting older.
I think this life cycle of stars will definitely be longer because they don't play no defense.
Yeah, somebody got
Defense is physical.
But they getting hurt.
Defense
They
wear
getting
and
hurt
tear
more
on your
than-
body.
What's
You
up
got
with
no-
the
They getting hurt
All-Star
more
game?
than
You-
other.
you-
Huh?
What's up with the All-Star game?
There is no All-Star game.
What's up
There
with
is-
the dunk
trying-
contest? You know
There
what?
is no All-Star game. There is no dunk contest, and there is no dream team.
See, the NBA, you got to give people like McClung, whatever his name is,
Matt
Yeah.
get
McClung.
him into the league. If he's gonna carry your dunk contest for 10 years straight, don't disrespect that man and send him. They can come from the league office like, yeah, he got to get a roster spot because he out there jumping and
Well, I mean,
he don't even got the money. The superstars is sitting there.
He kind of remind you of Harold Miner, man. You know, Harold Miner, you know, he was dunk contest, but you put him in the game, he couldn't get nothing.
I think McClung got
It was
some
different.
game to me.
he got to look. I mean, but he obviously he's not good enough. He's no Nate Robinson. I mean, Nate Robinson, Isaiah Thomas, you special players. I mean, people just don't. I mean, they more focused on shooting now. They're not focused on dunking.
That's
And
it.
I remember when Nate
And when-
Robinson got suspended for 23 games. He came back from a month suspension and dropped 50, right, against the Hawks. And Mike Bibby just couldn't check him.
right,
That's
so
what-
he hit buckets. So, but people just don't. They they don't see the value in the dunk contest. Now we had a few when we had Gordon and Levine going at it, but Josh still hasn't done it. Ant-Man still hasn't done it. Zion,
Your
Ja,
I mean,
stars, the one,
the stars.
especially Ja, all them
Yeah,
fake
Ja need to
dunks,
do it.
just throwing his body in the air. Come out here and do it for the
Right.
for the dunk contest. That's what make old guys like me be like, this is a pee-wee league now. Like,
Right,
y'all ain't, but so much money. They like,
Right,
yo,
and you can't forget when LeBron said he was going to do it, didn't do it. That affected people's minds. Because
I knew he won't never
Mike,
gonna do it.
Man. Where you pull this stuff from, man?
Mike, because all the greats who were athletic did it. Dominique,
That's what I'm
Dr.
saying.
J, Michael Jordan, all
Yes.
these superstars did it.
Clyde
He didn't do
Drexler,
it.
Sean
He
Kemp,
changed the game. Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady.
Tracy
Vince,
McGrady.
yeah, okay. According to Vince gonna do it. Come on, man.
Everybody who was a big dunker and was a superstar did it. And when he didn't do it, that planted a seed to other guys like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can see you saying to be in a stretch, but just think about the history of the league and how they view the dunk contest. Like everybody who was a great dunker did it.
the
So
NBA.
since the NBA is all about 3-point shooters now, the stars are still shooting the threes, right? Damian
Right.
Lillard going for a 3-peat, trying to be like Bird and Hodges back in the day, getting 3-peats. I mean, because it's a 3-point league, man. So everybody
Right, but
wants to, and they changing the
but
rules
what-
for that. Got a special ball,
the
got
dunk-
a rack that's even further back.
The
Like,
dunk
They
is
got an
special
obstacle
because
course
people
now.
can't-
What is the obstacle course for it?
That's a skills challenge. That's a skills challenge. But like everybody can't dunk, but most people can shoot a 3-pointer and maybe.
everybody can shoot a
But
3-point.
but everybody can't dunk. That's what makes it so unique. And people just said, "Oh, I'm not doing that." Then Zion says, "If I'm an all-star, I'll do it." But he's not an all-star, so he's not going to do it.
Man,
These
Zion, 300
guys,
pounds.
these guys are just like, well, I'm getting paid. Then they go out for the All-Star game, which is next Sunday. And I mean, last year one team scored 211 points.
No, they're gonna change the whole format. They changed the whole format. It's gonna
Right,
be
this
like
time
smaller. Yeah,
But
smaller.
but why compete still? Okay, you bring up that one team from the Rising Stars, and y'all played, and you eliminate this team. Who was it?
Right.
Kenny, Chuck, and Shaq got a team. Now I think did Shaq get an older team? Did he get Steph, LeBron, and KD?
They don't know the people. Do they?
I seen the list, but I think they
Somebody got
an older
Steph,
team.
somebody got LeBron, somebody got Durant.
And I think Shaq got all of them. I think.
Yeah, Zion. He. I don't think he needed him. If he messed with that dunk contest and he bust out them sneakers one more time, it's a wrap. So he want to stay away from dunk.
Right, but that's he wasn't even. Nobody's been hurt. Nobody's been hurt dunking. These guys just, I don't know where they get that from. Like, oh, I don't want to go out there and get hurt. I have never seen anybody get hurt dunking.
And here
besides
it
maybe
is.
on my finger.
Anything's
This is
possible,
why
though, man. Anything is possible.
Yeah, this
You know.
is why the NBA needs to have an anniversary, a celebration for Michael Jordan and that whole era, because those players were partners with the league, with the owners to build the value up where it is. And the player now, and rightfully so, I get both aspects because I really wasn't with the whole LeBron chasing rings, teaming up with all-stars to get rings. That's still whack when you say it, but I do understand it from that new turn of the century, free thinking, young people movement of we're going to take our ownership. I get that part, but they got to scale it back. You got to get some balance because this is how you make your money. And if you don't take on some of the responsibilities like Jordan, those other guys did by doing certain things that brand the league a certain way, long term, it weakens why we want to watch it.
Yeah.
Is where we are. Why we're where we are now with the ratings. Well, however they may say it, there's a problem. I mean, the NFL creeping in on Christmas Day and all these things. So I mean, every empire at a certain point has fallen after. I want to bring up a quote where it's like strong men build this, and then you produce.
Right, because Jordan, that era of ball player, I just heard a clip on YouTube where Charles Barkley was talking about whoever he got drafted by, maybe the 76ers. Yeah. They wanted to give him like $75,000 for a year, and he was like, I didn't leave college for that. So the owner said, go to the summer ball, and then so he played really good and got a 4-year, $2 million contract. So that generation was still connected to real life.
Right,
like,
hunger. People had hunger, not a
like. Let me get to the league and get this $2 million. We made it. They get an NIL. They get laced up in high school. So it's just a different thing. So they're gonna have to figure out how to get that back, and it may come from getting some of those African players. Like, you could tell it's a difference in the intensity of somebody who really appreciate the opportunity, like how Gary Payton, when he got his opportunity. And I think when you get some of those guys in, and which they are there,
you can't fake desperation. You can't create it. You have to just have desperation.
Draymond talking crazy like he that dude.
But okay, the thing is, the college game is messing it up down with the NIL money, right? So they throwing money at these guys transferring left and right. So, but you got to realize that, like you saying, the overseas cats, they may not be able to, they don't even qualify for it. So they stay hungry, they working out, they doing this, they doing that, eating right. So when they come to the league, they already got the discipline. Whereas guys in college, like, man, I might just stay another year in college, man.
That's what that'll help the league.
And the AAU, all this stuff is messing. Everybody trying to see the big dunk instead of seeing fundamental basketball. So that's why we're losing. We're gonna lose in the Olympics in a few years because
we're gonna lose on the next one because we don't have no team. The whole league, bro, has been drafted from overseas. Our best players are overseas players.
You saw that Sudan team?
Well, the issue is gonna be the big man.
South Sudan,
yeah. But we ain't got no big men.
We ain't got no players.
We got players.
We still got Ant-Man.
We got Ant-Man in there. We just ain't got no big men.
But Canada, I mean, it's spread out.
But you know what? That last Olympics, even though the game is different and LeBron took it in a different way, like LeBron, Curry, Kevin Durant, they still got that switch where in closing time it was like, all right.
Right, and they still had the best team. I mean, they still had the best team. I mean, it's not the players in that spread out.
But y'all missing them. They were out coached though. Kerr did not really coach the Olympic team to even do anything right. Like, they had 2 guys scoring. Like, come on, when you just beat them dudes up? Like, they're not that good.
But
right. And they had 2 guys scoring. Remember, 2 guys scoring. The other 2 dudes was trash. And it came down to the wire. That's a coaching issue.
But is it a coaching issue, or they got exposed because they really don't be playing defense in the NBA?
Right, and they play together. Those guys play together often. That's always been those international teams, they play together.
Yamba was here. How he played?
Well, it was against France, right? No, they've been playing on that team together for a while. Like they play every year.
Most of our best players in the NBA are from overseas.
No, but even the United States players, they don't get together and play like those guys from other countries.
Just like for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. And even though, but the Serbia with Jokic, he was the only guy. They had like one other guy. But just the fact that he could maneuver and play the game a certain way, that pushed the U.S. So it's not just about stacking all this talent like it's always been. It's about playing the game the right way. But
you know what had to happen, right? When LeBron failed and they didn't call nothing, he said, okay, that's how they calling this game now. And he put that arm in Jokic's back, and Jokic couldn't back him down, right? So he's like, it's a lot more physical because it's physical overseas in that game. Right. So you throw him elbows, you can actually practically put somebody in the post, right? Because they weren't really calling nothing, and it's a lot more physical. So that's why Doncic probably said, playing the NBA is so easy than playing overseas because they rough over here.
Yeah.
It's been a switch. Before it was the other way around. In the 90s, the game was a lot more physical, and them guys didn't want to come over here.
I remember that.
They had to take the black aggression out of the game.
Facts.
Right, the bad boys.
That just came off my dome because they don't want the thing in the palate. They had to cut it out a little bit because we do have well, it might not be like it might not, the new guys might not have it, but back in coming from inner city,
they had to cut the Bronx out the game. The Bronx.
They can get testy.
The boys from the Bronx and Harlem.
They cleaned it up.
And
it's
Market North.
It's easier to score. It's a different ball game. And who's gonna save us? Ja gonna save us in the Olympics?
Yeah,
John Edwards, man.
Why not? Tatum.
To your point, man. They are young guys, so I need to. I gotta realize I'm getting old, so I need to give the guys time.
But they still not. They're not on track to be the top. I mean, France still gonna have Wembanyama. Somebody else somewhere across the world popping up.
We just don't have big men. So if we have a guy, if our biggest dude is 6'8", 6'9", we just gonna have to run and press. I'm serious. And when you're short like that, you gotta play to see the people on your team, and that's what I coach.
But Mike,
yes, they faster. They faster than can jump higher them international guys.
The guys that we are saying are big men that that's over international are our point guards. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones bringing the ball up and handling the ball in the court in our NBA.
Yep, you're right, man.
So press them, make them pass.
It don't help that we let Bron.
I mean, we can't use Anthony Davis no more. He's gonna be hurt probably. We can't use that dude.
I can see how the international people they chopping, they salivating because they let Bronny in. Oh, it's a wrap. We about to take over the NBA. It's like, but I like Bronny. I like what Bronny doing. I like the
he ain't doing nothing. What you like he doing? He's sitting the bench. Coming in when the game is out of reach.
I like that his father helped him get in. And the thing is, it's one of them things that you just had to do because you can do it. And it's like, let's roll the dice. You know, and
you could, Cornelius, but you take away the integrity of a game when I know nepotism rules, but one thing about nepotism when sports, you have to be able to play to get. No owner is taking their child and let them play out there.
Get this nepotism stuff out of here, man.
But look, LeBron
cultures be doing that for years, man. But now when it happens
to
somebody that's African American, now we're gonna keep talking about it.
No, but it's happened. They've done nepotism has happened before, but Mike, he's not an NBA player. You mess with the integrity of the game of putting him out there. Nepotism, it shouldn't work like that.
But nepotism happen a lot in football too. You got these quarterbacks that are trash. They get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Mark Sanchez.
But Mark Sanchez was balling at USC. What was Bronny doing at USC? 5 points a game.
That 55th pick could have been developed into the next Michael Jordan. Could have. You know what I'm saying?
Don't go that far. No, don't go.
Hold on. The reason why I say why I say that, wasn't Nick Van Exel 55th pick?
No, he wasn't that low. No. Let me look him up. Second
look it up.
No,
I'll look that up.
I could be getting it wrong, but there was a 55th pick.
Nah, Nick, he was nice for that.
Jokic was a low pick. Jokic was like 47.
47?
Dang.
Oh wow.
Second round,
that was a 50th. If I'm not mistaken.
37 pick in the 1993 draft.
37 pick. Okay.
So let's clear second round. Yep. Early.
Wasn't there a player, correct me if I'm wrong, that was next like almost towards the end of the draft, they ended up being a good superstar? I'm trying to recall it.
All-star, and I would say Ben Wallace.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I see a guard though for some reason.
A guard?
I don't know. I have to think about that. But
On a hypothetical, you never know. You never know.
Jokic was the 41st pick. Jokic was the 41st pick.
41st pick, okay. And look where he's at now. Okay.
Right, so there are gems. You can find somebody. But I mean, like with the Bronny thing, I just think I didn't like the way they went about it. I understand it, but I don't know why they was so much pushed to have him drafted. He could have just signed with the team, like. But
this is the new era. This is post Jordan, the new era of basketball. LeBron brought in this type of fabrication, and I have grown. Like, I'm not a LeBron hater. Like, I appreciate what he's done. Taking his opportunity out of high school, but what I'm saying is he took a different route, which kind of connects to everything that we've been saying about the product of the NBA. He led the way in that, because he didn't have he's a great athlete, but he had to go to other teams to get the championships. So the fabrication didn't stop when it came to, like, it wasn't too far fetched to say, okay, well, let's put my son. It got wild, and so he has the stats. I mean, he's like Julius Peppers playing basketball, and I can't take his greatness from that, but it's just different. It's not
Cornelius,
not the other stuff.
Just be glad they stopped doing the high school drafts. Like, they stopped playing out of high school. Just be glad of that. Because there ain't no telling what the NBA will be looking like right about now.
Because you got to do like 1 year before you go to the NBA. Like, somewhere you got to do like 1 year.
I think.
G League.
Isn't the rule 21 now? 22?
No, it's one year. You have to be 1 year out of high school or 19.
Okay.
So the players did that. The college don't have anything to do with it. The players, for job security and other reasons, you don't want the league to be too young, and maybe the NIL will help people stay in college.
Because everybody would have been jumping to get, but see, to your point, so this whole thing of the NBA, it's like, I can see from a business standpoint, they have to kind of regulate it and put certain things in place because it can turn bad quick.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no college players.
So it's like you have to, like, right now, maybe a little bit imbalanced. They're trying to find the next superstar to take LeBron's place. So sometimes things can get wacky, whereas back in the day, it wasn't so dynamic. It was like, here's your superstar, Jordan. They're running this era. Like, right now, who's going to win the championship this year?
Bro, I ain't got no clue.
I mean, maybe Boston, maybe OKC. Maybe they'll jump the gun. They're a little young. Maybe Cleveland. I mean, Denver. I mean, it's a few teams. I mean, but during this whole decade, it's been parity. It's only been one. There's been no repeats, and this is the first time since the 70s since it happened. You go this far into a decade and nobody's repeated. So it might be like the 70s. In the 70s, you had 8 different champions. So we're kind of at that point where history's kind of come back around, but a dynasty it's gonna rise again.
I believe it.
So, I mean, it's
got
to be something.
Bradley Beal waived his no trade clause. We could have had some.
Hey, Bradley Beal just sitting pretty, like drinking his tea. Like, I know one thing, I'm gonna be here.
Right.
Well, at least I guess good for Durant. He said, "No, I'm not going back to Golden State. I'm been there, done that." So
they wasn't appreciative, and he definitely
yeah.
He's like, since he left, Draymond to knock somebody out. I'm not going back over there.
He won't do Jimmy like that.
Right.
Yo, hopefully they get along, because I don't want Jimmy ain't backing down. Draymond
he punched Jordan Poole, right?
Huh?
He punched Jordan Poole.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Right. Kevin Durant said like the man on Friday when they like, "Do you want to go to Golden State?" No.
Now I'm gonna go off topic on this one and reel me in if I get too far fetched. As a man, basketball or not, I would never have allowed that to happen. As a man, you're not gonna just walk up to me
and punch me in my face like that.
But
And
Jordan
then,
Poole
yeah,
didn't read the room.
and there ain't some type of get back. I would try to catch you off guard somewhere else. Like I said, real, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, if I'm far-fetched on that one, I just don't agree with that. A man letting him punch another man in the face like that.
Has they played Golden State this year?
Yeah.
Twice, right?
They played them. Yeah, they played them.
It's been
they played them.
Were they both
he's
on
like,
the court?
oh yeah, they played the next year. Then he was like, not Draymond just saying, man, that's 3 years ago, let it go. But that's still, I don't agree with that.
You don't let that go. Nah.
Poole needs to get back there.
But he know he can't beat him, so it's like you just kind of take the L. Like, okay,
I knew Jordan Poole.
You ain't got to beat him. Just let him know that you was there. That's it.
Jordan Poole. I knew he was something off, and then this proved that when it came to that lifestyle, he wasn't about it. But when they won the championship, and I don't know his background. I don't know if he's from the inner city or whatever, but he was
Milwaukee,
all there. Yeah, I don't know. He might be from the inner city or not, but he's well spoken. But he was in the mic when they win the championship. Talks on, we about to get a bag.
Oh, yeah.
Like what? So he got
young.
He start feeling himself, and he didn't understand what type of crazy he was dealing with. He ended up talking crazy. I get it. You about to get the contract. You talking crazy. You can't guard me. This man, this the OG. They don't 1, 2, 3, and you push the envelope too much.
Yeah. But he just said Draymond got
that. Say a little stuff, and when he say all right, you be like, yeah, you good.
We'll see where he messed up. They said he said you just an expensive backpack for Steph. That's what got him mad. But where Jordan Poole messed up, he pushed Draymond. He didn't even get a chance to turn away because dude reacted so quick. But he should have known I can't put my hands on him because the way he approached him first gate, because he approached you like, okay, what you gonna do? Then he pushed him like, go on, man. It kind of like, but he didn't know dude was gonna hit him like that. But you gotta know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, this that skit from Dave
If you make the first move, you got to be ready.
Yeah,
right, you push
this that skit from Dave Chappelle's show. He said, "When keeping it real goes wrong." It went
if
wrong
you make
quick.
the first move, you got to be ready.
But
Kevin Durant said, "I'm too old. My Achilles still healing. I ain't got time to be boxing. I'm gonna stay over here."
Man, y'all done made Mike quiet, man. He done get right back in his chair, man.
Oh my bad. Yeah. I was looking at Jordan Poole and his numbers, man. I'm like, man, what happened? I was trying to figure out where he was from. He said,
Draymond knocked the pizzazz out of him.
Then I got caught up looking at.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
Draymond,
I can't even find what his
it's
name was.
embarrassing. And you gotta know who you are. Michael Jordan punched the heck out of Steve Kerr. It wasn't on tape. We never
They
saw
got a couple people in the league.
But Jordan was that guy. Matter of fact, if you get punched by Jordan, you just
Kobe
tell
too.
that story all your life. Like, yeah, he punched me. You're like, it's like that scar right there. Jordan Poole, you're not that guy. And especially if you're not that guy. I didn't know Jordan even talked like that till we watched.
Yeah, he's from Milwaukee.
The Last Dance.
He from Milwaukee? Oh no, he might that like that.
Jordan was all polished in the media because we have social media and whatever. I didn't know he was like, all right, ho.
Well, hey, I don't know. He went to Rufus King International School in high school. School ain't Rufus. He might be.
Most guys in the NBA are suburban. We got a lot of suburban players. We don't have a whole lot of hood players anymore. Even John Morant, what he put on, he not from the hood.
That's what I'm saying. He was trying to act like that, and he didn't understand Draymond is from the hood.
Easily, I've been sagging off.
Hold on. 55% of the students are African American. So yeah, he went to a little all black high school. Okay.
I'm gonna have to bow out, fellas, because I got like 10% on my phone.
Okay, man. Appreciate you coming. We about to close up anyway.
Appreciate you guys,
man.
All right, brother.
No problem, man.
All right.
I kind of thought me and Mike was gonna go back and forth like we normally do with talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron, but we stay neutral today.
Yeah,
True.
I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about the rent, cupcake in the lead, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Y'all take it light, man.
You too, bro.
You too, man.
All right.
Yeah, so man, y'all we only got All-Star Week coming up and 30 games left. We're gonna see who's the real deal. I mean, if OKC if they can go against the grain, usually you don't win the league until you like 26, 27, and Shea Gilgeous their oldest player, like 26, oldest key player. So I'm still kind of skeptical on them, even though they're good. And go ahead, what you gonna say?
Dallas might win it all.
Man, they ain't doing nothing.
They
ain't doing nothing.
They got already.
Anthony Davis is gonna be there, and they're gonna have a hole, man.
But the only reason I say that is because it's at this point it's who's gonna stay healthy and who can put it all together come postseason. And we know the postseason is about matchups.
Ball don't lie. You look at games played and games missed. Put that to the future, and you realize Anthony Davis is gonna be there.
Do y'all think Philly gonna be able to catch Chicago for the 10th spot?
I don't, because he played the other night and
he usually went off on him.
Yeah, because he didn't he was lethargic. I mean, that's the word I would use.
He just came back. He like 15 games off.
He got one of them body types that's like,
yeah.
If he sit too long, he a good 3 months from ballooning to 350. He not.
Yeah, he gotta work. He gotta work.
When
out,
you look at Jordan, like Jordan and LeBron, and these physical specimens, they got some leeway. And B, he got to stay mobile. He can't just be sitting on the couch.
We got the same build as Patrick Ewing. The only thing, Patrick Ewing just stay healthy.
Yeah.
Patrick Ewing,
it's painful to watch him play.
No, I think they about the same size, Mike.
Patrick, no, y'all, that's where you're wrong. Even you should know this, man. Them guys back in the day were light. They weren't as heavy, as big as these dudes are today, man.
How much Patrick Ewing weighs?
Yeah, look at Patrick Ewing's playing weight. He won above 230 or 240.
Nah, I think
even David Robinson was only 220. They weren't
255. Okay, so
yeah, I mean that's still
David Robinson's lighter. Yeah, that's not 270. But Patrick Ewing played different. He's not trying to be on the perimeter, breaking down, dribbling.
Right. Trying to do a crossover, the ISO fadeaway three. I'm like, what did dude do? I see some bad shots from the dude, and it's he acting like no, that's his repertoire. That's part of his game.
He's playing.
Yeah.
Paul George might be washed up. I mean, they took a risk, but I don't know if they're gonna. The habits you make in the regular season show up in the playoffs, and they don't have good habits.
The only one that's really trying to bring that team together.
He's you got one guy.
Yeah,
Maxey.
Yeah, Maxey, he get buckets, but they haven't played together. They probably will catch him because I think Atlanta might fall off too because they just kind of threw in the towel with them trades. So
no, they're playing hard though. They're still playing hard.
The East so weak. I don't know what's going on with Orlando. They were good. Now they got everybody back and they off. Detroit, man. Props to Detroit, man. They playing ball, man. It's Cade Cunningham looking legit. They playing ball. So
I hate they got rid of my man. You think if they'd have let the coach that he would have got him to this point?
Monty Williams? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know what happened, man? They always trade away the coach, and then they get better the next season. Even Cleveland, man. They trade away.
Bickerstaff, he was with Cleveland. Now he was
right. He traded away Bickerstaff, but Cleveland got better though.
But would the team have still gotten better if he kept the coach, or was the coach the problem?
He was part of it. They lost 28 straight games, man. It just wasn't clicking personalities But they said Monty Williams didn't even want to coach. But Detroit was we want to get you we want you. They paid him all that money, but you lose 28 straight games, man. I mean, the team is young.
Your heart ain't in it. Yeah, you're just going through the motions.
But they have made some key transactions. People might.
All right, guys, come on, let's go.
Yeah, they give Tobias Harris for what he did in Philly. A lot of people in the media, fans, give him a hard time. But he's a veteran, so he went there. Beasley went there. He's a veteran. So you get a mix with them young guys. Then Cunningham stays healthy, even though Ivy got hurt. You got Stewart who plays. He got to play like rumble and tumble basketball. He pointing gun fingers at people, right?
He about to smack.
He about to get hit in the mouth.
He about to smack.
He put the wrong one. Who that gave him a 2-piece? Well, LeBron. Somebody about to fight that dude.
No, LeBron bust him open. He went after LeBron bleeding.
Okay.
Yeah,
Isaiah Stewart.
Draymond got.
They got into it.
Because that dude, he got that aggression. He got that. Yeah, they got his eye on him. He like 2 steps.
They call him Beef Stew.
On the court, like slapping somebody so hard, it's a felony. Like he's strong. But he was, if they didn't let him loose, he was really going to slap the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
Or worse.
He got suspended without pay following his ejection. What he do?
He didn't know the pecking order, but he's still rolling.
He got to shove in the chest with Pacers big man Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant, come on, man.
Thomas Bryant, hey.
Yeah, they had to start following him and put some things in place and calling some things before they let him get too out there. Yeah. But yeah, fellas.
Yeah, man. So
Draymond Green's package before he gets suspended for 16 games.
Right. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. Couple of months left. Do you think Golden State will make the playoffs?
Well, right now they tied for the last play-in spot with Sacramento, so I think they got a chance. I don't know who's gonna slip though, unless Sacramento slips. It's gonna be tight, depending on how healthy they stay. But it's gonna be real close.
If you think if Draymond, well, he's at the end of his career too, but if he gets traded somewhere where I guess he'll still be a valuable piece of a team defensively, even though the offense is different.
Yeah, and people around him, it'll be. Might be like a fish out of water. I mean,
wait, when you say Golden State now, they in the 10th spot, so they're already in the play-in.
Okay.
They tied with 10th on ESPN. What I see them with Sacramento got the edge on them right now.
No, Golden State is 26 and 26. Sacramento 25 and 26. They must have just lost.
Golden State just won. They haven't updated.
Yep.
Sacramento's still playing though. They're getting handled by New Orleans at home. Strangely, New Orleans is terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, but probably got hot then. Who's that guy? The only guy they got, shooting guard, the vet McCollum.
CJ, him and
CJ McCollum. If he heat up now.
And the other guy from 3, the 6'10" guy, what's his name? Trey Murphy, the 3rd.
Man, that dude.
You know, like he nice.
Nah.
Who McCollum play for?
New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah, he was Damian Lillard's running rate in Portland.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, McCollum get buckets. Zion got 17, 8 or 9 from the field, man. That's what's killing them right now. Trey Murphy, 2 threes. McCollum, 3 threes. All you gotta look at the how many 3-pointers been made.
Oh, right.
But they trying to get acclimated too, because the Kings got some new pieces. But yeah, man, this has been good, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Appreciate y'all, man. You see how it all roll out.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, trade, shocking stuff in the trade, man. Good to see you too, man.
Yeah.
Good to see y'all too. So,
all right.
Let's see how it all shakes out.
Yes, sir. Mike, take care, man.
All right.
You too, man. Nice meeting you.
All right. No, you too.
All right. You just seen him before. All right, y'all.
So
Nice to meet you.
it's a new year.
Right.
Right, it's a new year.
2025. First time in 2025. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, man. Y'all be easy.
All right, you too. All right, man.
And well, folks, that's another episode of the All Basketball Podcast. On behalf of myself, Mike, Cornelius, and Don, showing back up for the first time in a long time. Appreciate that. Thanks for watching this episode of the All Basketball Podcast. Please subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, Google, Apple, or wherever you get listen to podcasts if you haven't already. Appreciate that if you have already subscribed. Until next time, I'm Maurice Dixon once again. Peace and be blessed in Jesus' name.